Today I've decided to make for you my favorite homemade chili recipe. Now, just to be clear, it's not a recipe that we can because I wanted to make my favorite recipe, and unfortunately there's ingredients in there that are not safe for canning. However, if you check out my link in the description below, I will be putting a recipe there that is safe for canning if you prefer to make a chili that would be safer for you to can. Fall is upon us, winter's coming around, and there's nothing better than to have a nice, warm, steaming bowl of chili topped with your favorite ingredients like cheese or sour cream or however you like to eat it. So that is what I have on the agenda for today. What I will be doing with my chili that is left over, if there's any left over, I will be freezing it instead. So I'll be freezing them in my jars and leaving a very healthy headspace just to make sure, because I wouldn't want to crack those jars, break those jars when they freeze. But first I want to finish making my coffee. This chili recipe is really easy and really simple to make. All you need to do is chop up 3 ingredients, cook your ground beef, throw everything in a pot, and let it simmer. The longer the better. Really simple, but nice and delicious. It kind of has like a couple of secret ingredients, so it kind of gives it a little extra special something to it. So let's get going. So I'm going to start by chopping up all my green peppers. I'm going to put 3 green peppers in this recipe. You can put green, you can put red, you can put yellow, you can put whatever color you prefer. Now that all our vegetables are chopped up, we're going to move this over to the stove. Now to this saucepan, we're going to add a little bit of oil and our ground beef. I'm using ground beef. You can use ground chicken, ground turkey, ground pork, ground whatever you like to make your chili. I just like ground beef. So once your ground beef is almost completely cooked through, you're going to add your chopped vegetables. You want your meat to be pretty well done before you add your vegetables, just to make sure your meat gets cooked thoroughly. So let's add those in. Our vegetables have pretty much cooked, maybe not completely cooked through, but it is going to stay on the stove for a bit and simmer and let all those flavors come together, so it's okay if they're not completely cooked. So now we're going to start adding in the other ingredients, and we're going to start by adding in our tomatoes, and I have about 7 to 8 cups of diced tomatoes here. I am adding now 1 cup, or basically 1 can of chili style kidney beans. This is pretty much a double recipe. I like beans, but I don't like a lot of beans, so I'm not doubling the kidney beans. I'm just putting 1 can in, but you go ahead and add whatever it is that you prefer. Now I kind of have like 2 special ingredients, I guess, or secret, I don't know, secret ingredients, but anyway, you don't usually find these in chili, I find, but it kind of gives it, it brings it to the next level. It really gives it an extra special flavor. Now the first one is actually spaghetti sauce. So you add in around 2 cups of spaghetti sauce for like the double recipe, and try to look for a spaghetti sauce if you're buying jarred. Go for more like a zesty spaghetti sauce to give it a little bit of extra zing to it, let's say. So I'm going to add in 2 cups of spaghetti sauce. This is actually my jarred spaghetti sauce, so I'm going to add that in. And now finally the last ingredient is actually my spice blend. So if you have a look at that, you don't see like oregano flakes or Italian flakes or anything like that. What this actually is the seasoning mix that you would buy like in like a taco kit, or you can buy the individual packets of like taco seasoning or chili seasoning or whatnot. I actually prefer the taco seasoning. I find it gets a little bit extra spice to it, and so I am using that. And then, well, I have 2 envelopes in here because this is a double recipe. Don't come at me. I know these are high in sodium. I haven't added any salt at all to my chili, and you can also buy a low sodium version if you prefer. So that is what I'm putting in, and I really love the flavor that it brings to this chili sauce. So this is another one of my secret ingredients that goes into my chili sauce. It's easy. I'm not opening 10 spice jars to add in. It's really simple, but it gives it a really special flavor. So this is how I like it. All right, so now that we have everything in our pot, we want to let this just sit and simmer for an hour and a half, whatever you have for time. Like the longer the better. You'll see it may reduce a little bit, get thicker, so keep an eye on that as well. You don't want it to burn or stick to the bottom. Stir it frequently. If you like it thicker, feel free to leave it a little bit longer. If you like a thinner chili, just don't leave it quite so long. So now let's let this do its magic and let it simmer for a bit. And as simple as that, a delicious, hearty chili that is sure to keep you warm. I do hope you enjoy my channel. I hope you enjoy my content. If you do, don't be shy. Give it a big thumbs up. Subscribe if you feel like it. It shows support to my channel. And be sure to check back again soon to see what other videos I will have coming out.